No. If you're in a relationship, 50-50 mean if we gonna split the money, however we split the money, cool. But you also have to do other shit.
Partnership.
That's what I was about to say. If it's 50-50, it's 50-50.
I think when women hear that, right, they hear that sounds like a bullet to the chest when women hear like just the term 50-50 because they hear women hear. And Merc, let me know if I'm wrong because you're the only woman in this room. I'm sorry, so you're gonna have to speak up for all of you. So when women hear 50-50, you hear I gotta go to work. Then when I get off work, I gotta come take care of the kids, make the dinner, put the kids to bed, blah blah blah. That's what 50-50 sounds like to most women.
In their head. But in
actual,
make sure you say that.
But in reality, what 50-50 should mean is that if he gets home from work early, he gotta make the dinner, bro. You make the dinner, right? You make sure that there's food on the table. You make sure that the kids have done their homework. You make sure so when your wife gets home, she don't have to deal with none of that. That's what 50-50. You've changed the diapers. You've picked the kids up from school. All that.
When you say 50-50, I didn't even think about that, bro.
That's what you should think about.
You're right. You know what my deal is.
Money.
Yeah, and that's great. And that,
you see what I'm saying? That's why women hate to hear 50-50. That's like, yo, who the fuck got time to get off work at 6, come home, make the dinner, put the kids to bed, make the meal for every, like, who got time for that, bro? No. If you're in a relationship, 50-50 mean if we gonna split the money, however we split the money, cool. But you also have to do other shit.
Partnership. That's what I was about to say. If it's 50-50, it's 50-50. I hate
everywhere.
When women
everywhere.
See, okay,
but that's not women's fault though.
No,
that's our fault because that's what most niggas do. They feel like, nigga, I'm paying 50% of the bills.
I'm that nigga. Like when he said 50-50 just now, you know the first thing that crossed in my mind
was money.
It was money.
It's bad other shit.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. Nothing was on my mind what he just said, bro.
That goes into also your partner. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so perfect example for my daughter. I do big shit for my daughter. Like I was the when my daughter was born.
Shout out to niggas with daughters. What's the last song? The niggas with daughters.
I was up at
the
2
fathers
3
with
doing
daughters.
That, you know what I'm saying? I was the diapers, all that. I literally
that's what you want, bro.
I miss picking up my kid from school. I miss that feeling of walking into the room and her running to me. Yeah. To go into that,
these niggas make you want a daughter.
50-50 in a relationship, right? 50-50 that's exactly what it is. You pick up where the other person lacks, and that's gonna fluctuate too.
It's gonna fluctuate all the time, bro.
Okay, yeah, the rent is always gonna be $1,500, but next month it might not always be. I'm watching the kids the same amount you are. I'm working more hours you are.
Bro.
We're doing it has to fluctuate.
That's why you can't. That's really why you can't deal with people who think short term. If you don't think long, if you don't see the bigger picture, that's not gonna work, bro.
Can I speak to black men?
Somebody has to see the bigger picture, or it's not gonna work.
Right.
Can I?
I'm always a big picture person, bro.
You are, but that's
I'm thinking niggas are not wired like you, bro.
I'm thinking 20 years down the line, bro.
You gotta understand that.
You
are literally.
It might be an entire year, right? Where I gotta pick my son up for his school. You might be out of work. Your money might not be able. It might be a year, 2 years, 3 years. But that's not. And then the next year, you might make 50,000 more than me.
Like Chuck said,
that's still a relationship.
That's
right. And that's why
I'm a big picture
Kevin
guy.
Samuel make their whole living off of. Like people aren't being realistic with expectations and goals of the goals.
Hey, bro. Honestly, what I did want to speak to was what y'all were talking about as far as niggas obsession with getting money and obtaining some type of status.
Yeah.
That is only a thing because that's what our women have required of us. Now, hear me out. Hear me out before I get crucified. Dave Chappelle had a joke a long time ago. This nigga's punchline to the joke was literally, if a man could fuck a woman in a cardboard box, he wouldn't buy a house. And that is the truest shit ever. Because the reason I hold so much stock in money is because the women of my culture hold so much stock in bread.
That's 100%
to me because I have a real one.
That's 100%
but at the same time, that's the reason my brothers hold so much stock in bread, bruh. Because our women hold so much stock in bread.
That's facts. That's 100% facts.
I'm gonna be real with you. Most black women plights is this: the nigga that they're fucking with This nigga keep running into walls over and over and over again. The second that this nigga's out of your sight, and I literally do mean within a month or two, this nigga done met a woman, got a job, and done some shit that you expected from him, but you never saw happening while he was with you and shit. You feel what I'm saying? That literally is only happening. That's only happening because this woman hasn't made him feel the same amount of pressure as far as obtaining these things as you have.
That's what we disagree.
I know what's expected
That's
of me.
what we disagree at.
I know what's expected of me. You don't have to add pressure to that situation. And also, for you niggas that are not educated and shit, go back and look at the fucking Jim Crow era and the fucking the Willie Lynch. Read the Willie Lynch letter, bro. They literally they fucking raped our women in front of us.
We know that.
Women have trauma going in their genetics. That's not even that shit that they've lived through. They have trauma in their genetics where the sense is that their men are not able to protect them. They're not able to provide for them. And in the day and age we live in, the only thing that speaks is bread. So the only way I can really protect you and provide for you is having money.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Big bird. That's not y'all fault, black women. That's not your fault. How could you not feel that way?
We are at 10K right now.
Raped you in front of me. How could you not feel protected by a nigga that looked like me? When niggas that didn't look like me was raping you in front of me and shit and selling me off in front of me. How could you not feel that way?
I agree with you 100%.
We're this far ahead.
We got you, Chuck.
I need you to see that there's a reason you have that type of obsession. There's a reason that black women love a black man and fall in love with his potential versus who we are at that moment when they fall. Because that's who we fall in love with. We fall in love with
who
the woman
you are.
as she is.
Yeah, who you are right now.
Who she will be.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, yeah. You're falling in love with my potential because one day I could possibly be like NASA and shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Tom Brady
in me to be like this nigga. You know I'm better than this nigga. So you fall in love with that potential and shit. I fall in love with you, Slim. Yeah. I don't need nothing else from you for the next forever.
That's a fact.
What channel
you don't have to do shit different, but wake up and goddamn breathe every night.
Where the channel in the Brady, bro?
That's all a woman that's all.
That's a fact.
Black women hear me and hear me fucking.
The socialization is different.
All you have to do for a black man that truly values you is wake up and fucking breathe.
Yep.
I don't want to say nothing no more.
I gotta wake up and be better than I was the day before.
That's a fact.
Every day. And on top of that, not get killed by the motherfuckers that's hunting me every day. Because I'm the only thing that can talk and fucking get hunted every single day of my life.
I don't want to say that because black women are being
powerful word by your man Chuck Millions.
Black women are being murdered.
Yoda in the building
at alarming rates as well. So I don't want to put that just on
us.
Get
a towel, Chuck. Somebody get Chuck a towel.
Yeah.
I'm bald, I sweat.
No, that's
that ball sweat, bro.
That's real. Your bald sweat.
That ball sweat is crazy.
I'm happy we was able to have that conversation though. Like
Chuck just went viral, bro.
No, I'm really happy we was able to have that conversation.
Chuck on the essence, bro. I just want that was powerful.
The versatility. Yo, shout out.
I just want to know. Hold on. I'm about to say before you say. I just want to point out that this all started with a conversation with Will Ferrell. Don't you ever question my content? Don't you ever question our content? Don't you ever in your life question the content on this fucking podcast? That's what y'all can't do, and y'all never be able to do that. Because we started with Will Ferrell, ended the debt. Fuck y'all. We got this.
The piggyback on